shoot, one hair.
Uh, Hello there. Welcome back, little caterpillars, to AG 102.9.
Are you ready to metamorphosize into butterflies and fly into the forest of literature?
I know I am.
Today we will spread our wings to Raisin the Sun by Lorraine Hansberry.
Let's fly right into today's first caller. Timmy from Cheshire, you are live.
OMG, I'm so excited that you answered. I have been listening to you guys for years, and you have helped me metamorphosize from an incompetent larvae to an erudite monarch butterfly. Oh, such kind words. So what is your question for us, Timmy? Well, I just finished reading the book you recommended last week called Raisin the Sun, and I was wondering how Mama and Walter's search for the American dream became a dream deferred, but was never entirely lost.
Great question, Timmy.
First, let's talk about one of my favorite characters, Walter and his dream deferred.
Ugh, Walter.
Do you have a problem with Walter?
Well, he is a little stubborn and selfish.
Yeah, he can be, but the way he changes in the end and redeems himself towards his family definitely makes me have faith in him.
I guess he finally regains his pride back and demonstrates himself to be the leader of the house.
Yes, Walter's American dream of being wealthy and a fruitful provider has taken a ton of less importance to his family pride and happiness. This was shown in his speech towards Linda in Act 3 when Walter was telling him that he comes from a proud family, and he would not let the white culture tell them that they are less worthy of the American dream.
Yep, Walter has finally realized the importance of unity within the family, and how he is needed to lead them as they face an unpredictable and potentially dangerous situation.
Anyways, I think our callers are anxious to hear our answer.
Right. Okay, I guess I'll go first. I think culture caused Walter's dream to become a dream deferred, as the racism prevalent in America was a barrier between him being able to achieve a higher paying job that would relieve him of the family's social and economic problems. Walter and many other blacks faced bigotry and racism if they tried to apply for different jobs that were mainly occupied by whites. They were deemed as inferior and less intelligent. They definitely were perceived as not capable.
Yes, that reminds me of a source I read from Ferris State University. It describes how blacks had to be kept at the bottom of the social hierarchy, and to do this, sometimes violence had to be used. In the case of the Youngers, they might face opposition in the form of violence moving into Clybourne Park. And Walter's treatment in society also parallels the treatment of Native Africans by the European colonists. A BBC article that I also recently read describes how colonists required a certain level of assimilation by the Africans, which is similar to the level of assimilation that white Americans also expect of the African Americans. The standard of assimilation in America was why Walter's so passionate and stubborn about his American dream. The American dream required assimilation into American values and living the standard lifestyle. Walter believed that this was the only way for him to be accepted in America, or to score a well-paying job.
Yes, and to go along with that, because of the culture, Walter does not really have an identity. Walter is more occupied in achieving his dream. The failure of not being able to achieve his dream causes him to mope around all day. He relentlessly complains about how unhappy he is with how he is living. Walter takes no time to pay attention to the needs of his family. Walter fails to be the person everyone expects him to be, the provider of the house. He is extremely unsatisfied and caught up with wanting to be someone different that he loses himself and his own pride.
That's a really good way of putting it, Anita. This is also made worse by the fact that his family does not support Walter and his dream. Walter is constantly being beaten down by his family when he tries to communicate with them his desire to open a liquor store, and how hopeless and embarrassed he feels with his job. When Walter talks to Ruth about the liquor store, she dryly tells him, "Eat your eggs." Walter's dream not only interferes with opposition in society, but internally within his own family.
Yes, we definitely do not want to overlook the dilemmas Walter encounters. He sure faces a lot of them.
Right, Walter's loss of identity also reminds me a little of Prometheus. Walter's passionate and ambitious, and does not always consider the consequences for his actions. Prometheus's punishment was also caused by a passionate moment of his, as Walter is punishing himself emotionally over his passion for a liquor store. His yearning to achieve his dream is devouring him up as the eagle ate Prometheus's liver. He is so obsessed with his dream that he emotionally chains himself away from his family, as Prometheus was chained to the mountain. Walter's rash actions, such as giving the inheritance money to Willie, are another cause of why his dreams are deferred.
Yes, and these things push his dream farther and farther away from his reach. Some of it he can control, some of it he can't. I feel like I have things easy now.
Yeah, let's talk about the headstrong mama, though. Mama is also another example of a dream deferred. Mama's dreams differ from the rest of her family's dreams because she came from a different generation, which had different dreams and cultural ideas. Mama is thankful for and values the freedom that she has up north. She cannot understand why the money means so much to her children. To her, there are many more important reasons to be grateful.
To add on to your idea, I recently read an article by the Smithsonian regarding the Great Migration and how 6 million African Americans, like Mama, migrated north.
Yes, Mama was part of that great migration. Mama fled along with many other blacks up north. The article by the government census stated that the Jim Crow laws and the weekly lynchings caused widespread fear and less freedom. To Mama, having freedom was more important than any possession.
And because of these generational differences, Mama has a different perspective than the others in her family. Her values and ideals contrast with Walter's dream in particular.
Yes, Mama grew up quite differently than her children. Mama's American dream is to buy a house for her family and for her precious plant to thrive in. She believes that Walter's dream of owning a liquor store will not provide them the peace and happiness that is essential for them all. Their differences in opinions cause tension within the house, especially for Walter, whose dreams have been suppressed and shackled for so long. Both of their dreams are so different that their dreams are deferring each other, as they do not realize that both of their dreams are not attainable.
There are many obstacles that were deferring Mama's dream, such as the lender and the culture of racism in Chicago. Although the Fair Housing Act of 1968 was established to prohibit racial discrimination in the housing industries, its policies were not enforced, hence lender. Lender and the Homeowners Association almost defer Mama's dream by saying that it's best that they do not move into Clybourne Park, and by saying that the youngers may face dangerous retaliation from the whites.
Yes, and because of this, Mama's dreams seem as if it would never come true. The end of the story is a testament to this, as Walter gives Willie all of the family's money to hopefully fulfill his dream. With the money gone that Willie took, it signifies the loss of the whole family's American dream and how everyone's dream became a dream deferred.
Yes, as soon as the insurance money was gone, almost every family member's dream was deferred. Walter had no money to start up his liquor business, and Mama had no money to provide the children childhood for her grandson Travis that she could not provide for her own children.
But their dream was never entirely lost, as Walter saves Mama's dream by protecting their family's pride lender, and by supporting their decision to move into the new house.
Her plant represents her dream deferred, as she always wanted a garden for her plant to thrive in, but instead had to keep it in a pot, where it received little sunlight in the apartment. Mama and Big Walter's decision to move into the small apartment deferred Mama's dream even further, as it put her dream of owning a house even further back on the priority list.
Great analysis, Anita. Anyways, that's all for today, our little butterflies. I hope we provided some insight. Tune in tomorrow at 9 a.m. to discuss this week's book, Dracula, and how the female vampires represent the new woman. Thank you!